Hi friends, I'm Thunder and welcome back to the Let's Compare series, and this is the part 2 video of the Let's Compare series comparing two interesting DTH services from Videocon and DishTV. And so in this particular video what we are going to see is the STBs, the hardware itself, and then we are going to move on to the channel packages that are available from both these providers, and towards the end we are going to discuss some of the good channel packages and some value for money packages, and obviously for any buyer we are going to discuss some buyer's tips or a buyer's guide that I have put up from my own experience as a buyer or a user. Okay, so that I have shared in the description section of the video also, you may find there, or you may find a detailed explanation in the video itself. So coming on to this, yes, this is the Videocon STB. It's a small, cool, good looking guy, and this STB is having composite input as a comparison with DishTV STB. We could say this particular one comes with an extra composite input, whereas the DishTV doesn't have that. And this is the HDMI interface, which is the super cool, or it is the easiest method to connect to a TV, and this is the optical output from the STB that can be connected as an input to the TV, which is the method that I have adopted in my case to connect my STB to the home theater, and that is the power socket towards the rightmost end, you could see, and in between there's the reset button. And like you could see, there is the USB device that can be connected here so that the recording function will be active. It cannot be used as a storage interface, but it can be used as a recording interface. And okay, I will remove this plastic so that you guys could easily see. Actually, this plastic is there because I started using the STB about 6 months back, and sorry for this. Now only I thought of reviewing this particular STB or doing a comparison video based on these STBs. So yes, I have removed this, and you could see there's a Videocon symbol, there is a full HD symbol, and below the Videocon symbol there is a LED which flashes green when operating and flashes orange when it is not operating. Why I mentioned this is because since this STB comes with RF remote, it doesn't need a line of sight for operating the remote, so there is no need of the STB to be right beside or in front of your TV, so which certainly is good enough, right? Because you don't want to display your STB, but this guy is looking super cool, so some of the guys would be interested in keeping this STB in front of the TV itself, even though it's not so required in Videocon's case. So this is the airy interface. I mean, this is an airy design. There is proper heat vents in every side, and towards the bottom also, yes, I will show you, towards the bottom also there is proper heat vents. And the heating problem when comparing Dish TV with Videocon, Videocon is a bit less when it comes to the heating problem, and Dish TV is, it's not a problem. Yes, it's not a problem, but like every other STB, these two STBs also gets heated up, but it's not a problem. But the only problem with Dish TV is that the STB will hang sometimes, especially when recording operation is going on for more than a period of 15 or 30 minutes. Yes, like I promised, this is the back side, or the bottom side, not the back side, sorry. This is the bottom side of the Videocon STB, and there is proper air ventilation. And this is the connection that I've mentioned in my previous video, the part 1 video. I've mentioned like the connections in Videocon was super strong. Yes, this is the connection, and maybe because of the parts they are using, the connection feels more solid, strong enough, and feels secure enough in Videocon compared to Dish TV, because in Dish TV the connection is a bit loose, and when you try to plug the cable out, there will be some kind of a swing, whereas in Videocon what happens is the box itself will come along with the wire, because it was so tight when it comes to that end. So that's a good thing, I think, because the signal loss will be very minimal in this case. Maybe because of that there is a performance improvement in Videocon, like I've mentioned in the previous video, especially in the sound quality. So I think, hope you would have seen it operating. The light was blue, I think, in the previous part. So yes, we will move on to the Dish TV STB. Yes, this is also super small, I would say, compared to the previous generation STBs, but compared to Videocon, it's not that small. The guy is a bit more big. Yes, there's the power indication LED towards the front, and there is the USB socket which can be used for recording. There is no additional charge, so that's a very good thing, right? From Dish TV side, you could use it for time shifting and all, and it's a very airy interface. Like there is proper air ventilation towards all the sides, like Videocon. And there's the interface. There is no composite input. You notice that down. So if you can't use this with along with older TV unless you have there is some kind of an HDMI interface that can be connected to the TV. Okay, keep that in mind. And also there is an IR in or an IR blaster can be connected to the device, so that there is no need of a line of sight, or I mean, yes, it requires a line of sight for operation with the remote, but you could extend the place. I mean, you would change the position. It need not be right beside or in front of the TV, so that I mean, using an IR blaster you could extend the range. Okay, that's an advantage. And there is an AV out which can be used for connecting to older televisions, but the cable is different, not the composite cable can be used for that purpose. So those are the differences and the problems that I've come across. There are not many, but only problem is the hanging problem, which I have already mentioned, I think, with the Dish TV HD set-top box. So this is the operating condition. Yes, the same green color LED you could see here. It was blue in Videocon. So I think it's related to the aesthetics, so it's not that much relevant. I think maybe if it is relevant to you, just notice this fact down. There is nothing like only just that, but one particular indication. There is nothing like a big light up or something like that. So this is the connection that I've mentioned to you, but that is the yellow part which swings around, which is why I said it's loose. That is the particular part where the cable is loose, and in operating condition you could see the red color lit up is the optical output. If you're having an optical cable, you could make use of that SPDIF output and connect to an optical input of the TV, which will give you Dolby Digital output. But unfortunately, most of the channels in Dish TV are not Dolby Digital or 5.1 sound quality. And so that's it with the hardware. And from the hardware side, I would say both these hardwares are performing good, except the fact that Dish TV hardware is having some hanging problem at some point, like when you're recording for more than some 15 or 30 minutes, something like that. But I have never come across any such problem with Videocon. So that's it. And from this point, what we're going to see is the channel packages, the mobile application, the recharge option, and other stuff. So this is the Videocon interface. First we are going to see the Videocon website. So it's, I think, those are the available set-top box options, and now recently they have introduced 4K, so which is very good in terms of the future support. And those are the packages that are available from Videocon as part of the service. And I would say it's very easy and it's very neatly organized. And we will see the Dish TV website too. Before that, we will see some of the packages. I think the package I have opted for, the base pack, is the South Silver pack. It starts with South Silver or the Silver pack. I mentioned South because I am from South, but there is the North Gold pack. It starts with the Silver, Gold, Platinum. Likewise, it goes on, and this is the basic pack which starts at 190 rupees per month. And the problem is that the pack currently I can avail for the HD add-on, which consists, which contains all the HD channels, whereas this particular add-on was introduced later on, where the mainstream and the movie channels like Star Movie, Star World, Star Gold, something like that, those channels won't be available. I think most of the consumers will be feeling sad for this particular thing, right? Because they can't avail. Otherwise it would be like a 190 base pack plus an add-on which costs you 150 will solve the issue. But that is not the case in Videocon now, because you can avail the South Premium HD access and avail some of the HD channels, but most of the other channels like the entertainment, movie channels, or the sports channels are categorized in the main add-on, which you could get only through the Platinum pack, which is the South Platinum, or in the North case the main new Platinum HD pack. So that is the problem, and for that particular pack it would cost you 590 rupees per month. But is that good? Is it worth going for this 590 rupees per month? Yes, we're gonna see that, because it's gonna be interesting, I would say, because when you're comparing this is the high end pack from Videocon. Okay, if you compare with other service providers, this is the topmost pack, which comes at 590 rupees per month. Whereas if you're going for Dish TV, I will show you the topmost pack is at 710 rupees per month. So there is a very huge difference, I would say, between these service providers. Whereas Airtel or Tata Sky, if you're comparing those two providers with Videocon, it's not that big, because it stands around 650 or 620 rupees. So that particular factor we will see later. And this is the available from the among the available packages and available add-ons. These are the add-ons that are available. So some of the things that I've discussed in the bias guide section of the description that I've given along with this particular video are the number of channels. One thing that you really want to look out for is the number of channels, and not the exact number of channels in total. That's the main thing, I would say. It is really important to check whether the number of channels relates to the actually desired number of channels. The channels that you really want, that number should be tallied with that particular desire, not the actual number of channels that the DTH service providers are offering, like 400 or 500 or 600. You will be watching, or you will decide to have, you will have the desire to have some 80 or 90 or 100 or 150 channels, and look out for those number of channels. So yes, I have shown you the Dish TV interface now, and this is the available packages from Dish TV. And what I've opted for is the Jumbo Family, which is the small basic pack. And upon comparison with Videocon, like you could see here, what happens is in Videocon, almost all the regional channels, whether it is north, whether it is south, almost all the regional channels, if you're going, giving priority to the south, you take Malayalam, you take Tamil, you take Telugu, you take Kannada, every regional channels, almost all the regional channels will be available for free in Videocon along with the base pack. Then the only requirement from your side has to be you have to go for an HD add-on. That's it. So now that optional add-on, if you're not interested in other entertainment channels or sports channels, then the normal add-on, which costs you 150 rupees per month, which is the premium HD access, is enough, and it will settle you for under 400 or around 400. Whereas if you're not satisfied with that, the only option is South Platinum HD. All the other packs, I don't think they are value for money, I think, because for any package you are gonna avail other than South Platinum HD, it's gonna cost you around 480 to 490 rupees, which is almost on par with the 590, which will offer you all the number of channels, all the services from Videocon. So I would recommend you go with the South Platinum, or in North the new Platinum HD, for most case, if you want all those channels in quality. But there is another option. There are other things to consider, like the broadcast quality, the sales support, the pre and post sales support, the quality of the STB, which we have already seen, the quality of the STB, and the recharging options, which I'm going to show you in the later half of this video, and the interactive channels and services. Okay, one thing that comes to my mind when we see these interactive channels and services is Dish TV. One thing that you will have to bear with is the lots and lots of advertisements. Wherever they could put an advertisement, they have put one advertisement. That is the case with Dish TV, which I don't like. I would say, yes, I'm saying it out of my mind, I'm saying the truth. I don't like it because they are putting lots and lots of advertisements, and they are putting it everywhere, even in the EPG, the electronic program guide itself. So that is really annoying sometimes, I would say. And as you could see, there's a D2H Infinity app on screen, and this can be compared with the Dish TV online app. Both the apps are good. I think they are most on par. You could add channels, you could remove channels, you could do a la carte, you could pay using the app and add new channels, or even you could avail for some other services. The only difference is that Videocon is having a single app for online watching, or online stream service like a mobile TV something. But whereas Dish TV is having two separate apps. One is Dish TV and second one is the Dish Online. Dish Online is the particular application, as you could see, which requires a subscription so that you could watch some of the live channels in your mobile or in your tablet. So that is the difference. Okay, I missed the point before what we were talking. That is the Dish TV's ad content plus the MOD service, the movies on demand. I forgot to mention this during my previous video. They are airing adult content. So if you have kids at home, please make sure that you are locking those channels, especially the MOD channels, since they are airing adult content. I thought of mentioning this in the previous video, but I forgot to do that. That's why I'm doing it in this video, even if we are not discussing that particular part here. So like you could see, this is $7.09 per month because I have added the HD full HD add-on along with this. So whether the full HD from Videocon, Dish TV is worth or not, I won't say it is worth, because first thing, the thing I've already mentioned, the sound quality is very poor because they are not Dolby Digital. If you're having a home theater at home, you will be totally disappointed compared to Videocon, I'm telling. But if you're not comparing it with Videocon, yes, it's a very good package, the full on HD, because you will be getting maximum number of HD channels. But whether it's useful or not, it totally depends on you, because some of the channels are airing only, for example, you take Sea Cafe. You check whether you're gonna watch that channel or not, because the program they are gonna air some of the TV shows, and for example, you go with TLC HD, the program they're gonna air is a bit different. So likewise, in the intent context, whether you want the channel or not, you decide yourself. So that's the point is, you decide based on the kind of channel you want, because not every channel that is present in the package is for you. For everybody, right? So that's a kind of thing that you have to keep in mind when you are selecting a channel package or a service from these two operators. Not these two operators, for every operator, I'm telling you. And another thing I have to tell you is the hidden cost. For example, I would say in Dish TV, even though they're telling us like the regional packs are free, they will charge you ₹20 for adding every regional packs, so which was a totally hidden cost. So that's why I thought of mentioning this hidden cost problem. When you're going for a new DTH, do check with the customer care. There are no other charges. Do check with the installation person or the person from whom you're purchasing. If you're doing an online purchase from a Comparify or Compare DTH, do check with them before purchasing this thing. And other thing is a future readiness, because you need to have a very good STB with the recording feature. And in some case, if you can afford and you have, yes, you are planning to go for a 4K TV or 4K services in the near future, obviously go for a 4K STB instead of a just simple HD STB. I would really push you forward to the 4K STB. First thing, the quality of the STB will be really good, and second thing is that you will be future proofing yourself. So like I promised, those were the recharge options from these providers. Both are providing recharging through SMS. The only problem with Dish TV is that if you are not having the Dish TV online app with you, you will have to pay. If you have to add channels by using your mobile, you will have to pay, because you will have to SMS them. There are no other options compared to this. So from this point, what we're going to see is whether the channels that are present in both these packages. We're going to just compare the channel packages, the top notch channel packages. If you have any questions regarding the channel packages, as you know, it is not easy or possible to compare all the channel packages in this particular video, because it is going to take a lot of time, right? So if you have any questions regarding the channel packages, yes, I'm ready to help you out with the channel packages, whether to choose a channel package. You just post the question in the comment section. We could discuss and we could arrive at a solution together, right? So this particular part, I have made this particular part because so that we could see the available channels. So like you could see in most of the channel areas, I mean, whether it is regional, whether it is Hindi, whether it is entertainment, most of the channels that are missing in the SD channel list are regional channels in Dish TV. I'm telling you, look at the left side, it's fully vacant because those are HD channels that we are discussing, and with the base pack there is no HD channels. So likewise, look at for the regional channels, it is almost the same. The difference between the top notch premium package and the bottom or the base pack is only the HD channels, or in some case the foreign channels, or the foreign or the English channels that are airing Indian content. So that is the difference mostly happens. So what you could do is you could analyze whether the available channels in the package, I'm telling you, like if you're going for a regional package, for example, you take a news section, and in the news section, if you're going to check, like you have 7 news channels already in the base pack, you don't want any extra news channels, you are not such a person who is gonna watch from every news channels available, like 4 or 5 is enough for you, then in that case you don't have to go for a gold pack or South Silver Maxi or Maxi pack. Like there are certain packs in between the base pack, right? In between the base and the premium pack. So those packs are useful only if you are not such a person. So that is the one thing that you have to keep in mind. So if you do have any questions, do post in the comment section. We will discuss together and we will arrive at a solution. So in the previous video, yes, I have got so many questions from some of the subscribers, and I am telling you the verdict of mine after using all these two STBs for a prolonged period of 6 months. I am going to support Videocon. It's a very good STB. If you're going for the STBs and if you're not caring about the maximum number of HD channels, if you do care about only the quality, go for Videocon. And I hope that you guys would have enjoyed watching this time too. This is Thunder signing off. Stay tuned for more. Cheers.